Anyways.
That
So
bitch
the
called a
GTO
restraining order on me.
lawsuit.
It's crazy what I did to that person last night.
And that is my list of 700 racial slurs. Alright, let me close that. Do you think I'm
Sir,
gonna get...
the 37th had me in tears. I was so devastated.
Do you think I will get Omega taken down for this music, or do you think Microsoft cares?
I don't think Microsoft cares.
Cool.
Most video game music doesn't get taken down unless you're Nintendo or Sega.
You mean any of the Ching Chong Bing Bong companies?
I thought we weren't doing that.
701.
701. Yeah, Nintendo, Sony, Sega, and Atlas can suck my
The
dick.
big
Wait, no.
boys.
Atlas is okay now, I think. They're still annoying.
Atlas is under Sega.
Are they? I didn't know that.
Is
Konami. Konami is the only Ching Chong Bing Bong company I can stand. We
Shut
love
the
It
fuck
just
up.
looks like
Shut
eyes in the
up.
darkness.
Welcome to the darkness.
At least American companies are like, yeah, that shit's fair use. Like, we're not gonna strike people down for that.
You're telling me, man. Hold on, if I keep streaming, I might have to start paying royalties once I earn that $750,000 to Wizards.
Oh my god. Are we gonna have to switch, like, platforms?
No. I'll
Systems
only,
now.
I'll only... What the fuck is playing?
They said that they wouldn't
It's the
come
same
after
song. It's the same song.
VTTs.
It changes like that because you know.
Yeah, it's another
You're in a-
movement.
All right, well,
Yeah,
I'm gonna go back to Hollow Knight.
Fuck. I mean, you could just do 10 hours of piano.
Just any piano.
No, just 10 hours of ODST piano.
Oh, I'm sure there's ODST ASMR.
In the rain, specifically in the rain.
I get so many of those like Persona ones where it's like Persona 5 music, but it's raining, and I'm like, okay. I'm sure if it was Halo, it'd just be like
you don't
a...
understand. You don't
It's
understand. It's different.
It's different.
Look what they have to do to imitate a fraction of our power. Let me grab a pen, and then we can start this bitch.
Trying to groom minors in your social sim game is different.
Wait,
than training.
no, 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 no,
You really
wait,
put on
wait.
Hollow music, Hollow Knight music,
Yeah.
and then I was like, "Why did you put on Difference of Darkness?" I legit thought it was the same song.
Yeah, I'm just gaslighting you. It's actually the same song. I'm just. In tonight's episode, I gaslight Sam.
Who are you
Finally.
gaslighting tonight?
I'm gonna edit his computer, all of his files for ODST to just replace the songs with the songs from Hollow Knight. Alright, let's get this bitch started. Ugh. Take down my hair first. Okay. So last time, the good ones left Sin's manor only to meet with him and other key figures in Halfway's Revolution the following morning, but not before giving a mild wolf-out moment. I like Late Night Davis. He has best idioms. Jesus. Given the goal of stopping Baron Candlewoods, aka the Candyman, the party was led to his manor alongside Esme. The home, decorated in mutilated bodies, was occupied by a twisted demonic creature who called himself the Candyman, or Baron Candlewoods. The good ones fought valiantly, attempting to best the creature with everything not in their favor. The battle drew close, with only Arwen standing against the mortally wounded Candyman, and not even halting time to a crawl allowed our fairy friend to prevail. Rescued by the hunter-huntress Lieutenant Esme, she pinned the fiend against the wall, fed Arwen liquid strength, not alcohol, and allowed the boy to get the kill the party deserved, plunging a dagger within the creature and ending things once and for all. Making good on their promise, Lev, the demonic messenger, collected Candlewoods, dragged the fiend below to the underworld, and bestowed, quote-unquote, the party their gift. I don't know what happened to my music. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna shit my pants. Uh-oh. So that was the issue. Okay. So now, we pick up. It is session 55. It is the early evening of the 25th day of Deeproot, unless I did my math wrong. 1 second. No, we're in the clear. 674 AU. Candyman's pleads vanish as the portal to the underworld closes, leaving Arwen with silence, yet the screams echo for just a few more. Esme pats the bloodied fairy on the back, her face expressing understanding of the situation at hand. Esme, leaving her discarded helmet, rushes through the gate, motioning for Arwen to follow. Do you follow? Okay. She removes her gauntlets and kneels down to administer first aid to Ashlyn, the first person closest to her. She unfurls a small leather roll, revealing basic medicinal instruments. Handing Arwen a small vial of clear pearls only after Esme takes one and feeds it to Ashlyn. Esme treats what visible wounds there may be on Ashlyn before moving on to the next person, cleaning and covering most open wounds, and taking a wooden plank off a window and snapping it in half to fashion Dredge and Drake a splint for his broken leg.
God, he broke his leg.
Yeah, I never forget. Something I did forget to do, though. Here. Ah, yes. Un momento, por favor. Ooh, I almost posted that in the wrong area. All right. All of you, one by one, as Esme administers healing, quote unquote, regain 1 HP, stabilizing you, of course, as well as allowing you to be up and move. For some of you, this may be the first time you see Esme's face. A pale complexion with obsidian black hair that hangs loosely around her face. Her eyes are as green as polished emeralds, ringed by dark eye bags. She has a ghastly scar that travels from her left eyebrow to just right of her chin. Her expressionless mouth and dead eyes share a story of tiredness. 2 small moles have taken home just below her right eye and the gap between the bottom lip and her chin. Her nose, having been broken at least once, is still swarmed by faint freckles that stretch across her face. Her facial features are sharp enough to kill.
We don't have a picture of this.
I do! Get ranked!
Let's go!
Alicia sketched her.
All
Perfect
right.
woman.
I did not name the file. If you saw the name of the file, that was Alicia, not me. I'm innocent.
It's an accurate description, however.
That is a really long scar.
Hee hee.
At this point, no, 1 second. She offers water to all of you as you come back from the brink of death, and once everyone is recovered, she kind of gathers her gear back up. But in the meantime, you guys, if you wish, can take a short rest. Smile.
I'll take the
Do
short
that.
rest.
I will also take the short rest.
I should open my
Ah,
BTB.
leg.
If you are taking a short rest, you get some things back for some of you, like key points for monk and bardic inspiration for bards. Oh no, only
I
level
don't
6.
get. I don't get anything.
No, level 5,
Is it
but I'm
5?
level 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
I performed short rest. It seems like I don't do nothing happens.
How much of our health do we get back?
You
Going-
may expend, I believe, a short rest, and I could be wrong. You may expend upwards to half of your hit die.
Oh,
You already-
is that how I do that?
Yeah, and if you already use, yes.
Thank you.
I have something to add on to this.
Can you
at some
expend all
point.
of them? If you can expend all of them, you can expend as many. as
I
you
don't
want.
know. I'm unsure.
Well, half is all I have left, so I'm rolling.
Fair enough.
Okay, hang on. Before you roll, okay.
Oh. I
Well,
said
it
I was
doesn't
gonna
matter.
roll.
And
Wait, I
if you
still
do
have
that
two left.
song of rest.
I'm going to, yes. I'm going to ask Esme if I have permission to draw her face as well.
Okay, well, I'm gonna continue rolling because that seems to do nothing for me.
She nods. She nods. All right, short rest. I'm looking
All
at
right.
us. Oh, it just says a character can spend 1 or more hit dice at the end of a short rest. So it's at the end. You guys are gonna get 1. Up to the
All my hit
character's
dice.
maximum number of hit dice, which is equal. Yeah, you're fine. You can spend whatever you want. And then of course you add your Constitution modifier for every single time you rolled hit dice.
Did I do that if I did it through my character sheet?
If you did it through Foundry, it should be taken care of. Yeah, it did. You're good.
Okay.
That's where the +2 came from for each of those.
Really good.
Because my Song of Rest is there, you also will get to roll a d6.
For each? Or just
Let
one?
me check.
It's just 1d6.
Yeah, just 1d6.
Don't you know I rolled
Feeling
this
good in
bro?
this neighborhood.
that d6. That's get the full. It's not a hit die, but it is.
I wrote you
Like,
a song. You're a bitch.
No.
I'm no longer bloodied.
Is that what it is? Oh,
Me
okay,
neither.
that works too. Then just double it. You can double that one too.
My Song of Rest is you guys hearing the scratching of pen on paper.
Hmm.
Don't you know
I
what?
have exactly. that.
Oh my god. One of my hit dice actually healed no HP, so.
What? Do you
That's-
have a negative modifier?
Yeah, he's -1.
Yeah, he does. For,
The first one I rolled did not heal me
that
at
is
all.
Rough.
That was
Did
just
we
for
get our-
flavor. What's up?
Strength back from the shades?
Let me look real fast. I think that one might speak explicitly be.
I have
one.
like 5 strength right now.
It says whenever it finishes a short or long rest. Yep, you're good. So if
Cool.
you can reset your strength.
All
0.5
9
is
of my
back.
strength is back.
My 10.5.
Wait, 10.5.
I never got hit by a shade.
Oh nice. Oh, because yeah.
I'm assuming Ashland's Song of Rest heals me to full.
You gotta roll
Because
d6
one
to figure
HP.
it out.
It's just a d6.
Did it get to add anything, like your charisma or anything, or nah?
Just a flat d6, it looks like.
It's better than nothing. It's a free d6.
Can Valka go fetch Esme's helmet?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
As she's
I
standing there
will
going, yeah.
bring it back to her. I remember you saying it was dented, so Velka's gonna look at the dent and then ask Esme if she's okay.
This is where she speaks for the first. No, she nods.
And then I'll hand her helmet back to her.
I thought her taking off her helmet would us seeing her face would be like the same effect as that one short in the that Halo anime with the ODSTs and the one Spartan, where she gets her helmet knocked off by a brute, and everybody's like, "Oh my god, it's a girl!"
No.
We've been new.
We have been new. So, perfect.
Velka
can-
does not look shocked by the reveal of Esme's face.
She looks fine, by the way. Like she doesn't have besides the scars, she doesn't have any marks on her face, anything like that. But her armor slightly dented, and then her helmet was not clear off. So, but you guys finish your short rest, and as you pick yourselves up in your things, Esme does 2 things. She hands. No, she doesn't. Never mind. I got things mixed up. My apologies. Yeah, he did. I was explaining this to Luke and Alicia, I'm pretty sure, but I mentioned how there was going to be an Inquisitor, and I said no matter what you guys do, you know that's going to happen, and I will not allow anything else to happen. So even if you were to be like, I would like to run away, I would be like, no, you cannot. Welcome.
For no reason in particular, I'd like to cast Sky Self.
I just right before we leave, I'm casting invisibility, just so you know.
I would also like to drink a fire resistance potion.
I
Just
turn into Davis.
you're gonna definitely get hate crimed. You look like one of them giant people. One of those people who worship the giants. I'm going to tell you about that later, Isabel. I got hate crime. Oh, no, I did tell you. I got hate crime today. By racist. Wow, I got super distracted. As you guys are gathering your belongings, such as yourself, two things. Dredgen, are you going to hobble out of here, or are you going to get some assistance?
How far away is like the cart or whatever? Yes. Okay.
I will shove
I
myself under Dredgen's arm.
I will
Hobble walk.
accept this help. I was gonna hobble, but she insisted.
She insists. Alright.
Seeing that Dredgen's leg is broken, I kick him in the leg and he heals 1 hit point.
Sure.
Lay on hands, baby.
It's
It's better now.
Ugh.
I go with like a face of shock, like oh, and then it's like it heals. I'm like oh.
Because of maintenance.
That's
You guys still have your 8 HP, by the way.
my
That's
what?
assuming it wasn't expent.
No, you still get it back.
No, it's your max HP. It's not temporary HP. It's more max HP.
I
Yeah.
still have that.
No, it's me.
It doesn't require
Ashland.
concentration or anything like that, so.
Nope, it's just there for 8 hours. Why does it last 8 hours? I have literally no idea.
5. You can get it, though.
You don't know what you're doing for 8
You
hours.
gave it to everyone else. Well, besides you and...
So if any of you were able to get to max HP, you can go a little further beyond.
I am
Plus ultra.
perfectly half right now. I'm still bloodied.
Augers.
Can't cast it on everyone because it's only 3 people.
I'm not bloodied. However, Velka, I guess I'll let go of you since you can now walk now. But Velka
His leg is
holding
still
on.
in pain. The healing is
My
fixed.
leg-
But...
You still need help?
Wait, hold on. Hold on. Before I answer that, and was that you just gave me 1 HP? That's it.
Yeah, you get 1 HP. It's magical healing, so your leg is fixed.
Yeah, the bug
Oh,
is fixed.
Yeah. Yes, I can walk around now. Yeah.
Velka will let go of him then.
There's light sting to all your steps, but that's okay. It's better than having.
By the
no
way, I'm
blood.
no longer blooded.
I'll make sure to put that in my editor's note.
Down.
I'm assuming Velka's arm probably isn't bleeding anymore, but she's still holding onto her bicep.
Esme gets across to you, Volka, to give her 5 minutes before slipping off into the manor.
She did what?
She signs to you to give her 5 minutes. And then slips off into the manor. And then we'll say that's happening while Dredgen's getting healed and taking off the splint and everything. Blah, 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 blah. Esme comes back. She motions for you guys to follow. Do you guys follow?
I follow.
Perfect.
Yes.
And nothing else to do.
Yes.
As you guys are
I
making your
follow.
way, gotcha. As you guys are making your way back through the manor, you notice that the front entrance where the forest of bodies were, standing up and doing things bodies aren't supposed to do, have been
Building.
cleared, and have been put aside, arrest, quote unquote, with sheets to cover them.
Did they return to being bodies?
I mean, they were always just bodies. They were just being puppeteered.
They were just not doing things that they should be doing, like standing when they're
Just
dead.
a little quirky.
Exactly. That's where they get you. Happens to me all the time.
That's how The Walking Dead started.
It's true. Leaving the manor one small step at a time, the party reaches the front door and is able to survey the dark gray smoke plumes coming from Lower Eden and a hysterical mob of citizens and guards alike causing a ruckus in the garden. Giant balls of heat, fire, and light, also fire, appear among the buildings below before vanishing. The city is in full chaos, and the smell of smoke floods the open air. The sound of a single pair of bootsteps ascending in your direction can be heard, and a man dressed in purifier clothing is seen. The exception is that it is the same style of clothing, but all white with black trim, instead of their normal red, or dark red. Arwen, you immediately recognize this uniform of an Inquisitor, and your face drains of color. The man looks at all of you, does not reach for a weapon, and says, "Good work. I will show all of you a picture. Or I won't. We'll see how I'm feeling."
Wait, what's the time from us killing this guy to now?
It was 4 p.m. when everything went to hell.
And then you ran. So, well, I mean, if you're just asking for the time window in between fighting Candyman and this guy, like 30 minutes.
Dredge Drake is not in the mood to meet a new person at the moment.
understandable?
If I can find him, 1 second, please. If I will do this the old-fashioned way. Cooking it up Gary's way. I will.
I remember this guy outside of the campaign.
So he says to you in a
Good
winter,
knowledge.
yes, in a winter bank accent. Good work. There's a few seconds of silence as the world comes to a standstill. All the outside noise fading away, and you are all staring down a man high enough in the ranks of the preservers of the hallowed frame, where his name alone strikes fear in the hearts of cities. This is all interrupted by a ring from a bell above the city. The sign that the Baron gave you, that it was the end of the revolution and all had been won. With the bell tolling and the situation tense, the Inquisitor, in a post-haste move, turns away quickly before moving down the stairs. And your guys'
This guy? Wait. This guy you just posted is the Inquisitor?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
He's walking away?
Yeah.
That was less eventful than I thought it would be. Felt I was confused.
Dredge and Drake is fucking glad he doesn't have to deal with this guy.
I will go ahead and post for you guys for lore purposes. I will put it in general. No. Not his name. You don't know his name.
Do you want to post it in people and then give the name later?
Yeah, I will. Here. I will do it this way.
Oh, I see.
So there's Ember, Flameseeker, Purifier, Inquisitor, Grand Inquisitor, and then the Pontiff.
The Pontiff or
Yeah.
a Pontiff?
The Pontiff. There are multiple
Okay.
Pontiffs, like those that have been retired. But for the most part, if you're referring to the Pontiff, it's just one.
Gotcha.
Walkers. That's kind of a lie. There are two Pontiffs. Okay. I won't get too super much into it, but like the rest of the churches also have a Pontiff, but whenever people say the Pontiff, they mostly refer to the racist one.
Gosh.
Like all the other churches also have their own Pontiff. They have their own.
Of course, that one would be the most popular.
Yeah, no, it's not the most popular one. He's the most racist one, and they're like, "Oh my god!" So when you bring up the Pontiff,
He's the most infamous one.
yeah, most people are referring to my boy.
There's the Pontiff and then the Pontiff.
Yeah, there's a Pontiff for the 9 or the 10 divine, and then out of those you have the Pontiff, who's like, "Oh, gonna commit a hate crime and get away with it."
You've got the Pontiff, and you got the Pontiff.
Yeah, that one. All about that inflection. What would you guys like to do now, as you see the Inquisitor's coattails flying behind him, leaving you guys in the dust?
Is there any form of danger approaching us as he's leaving? Like, is there more guards coming at us, or is there anything else coming at us?
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay. Oh shit.
21. Yes. Although dazed from being beaten to hell, you are able to pick out that running in your general direction, almost looking like they're going to rendezvous with the Pontiff. You see a Purifier running with their Flameseeker and with some of the flock members. Not too many, not like a huge legion by any means, but definitely around 7 individuals altogether. Scary enough to not something you want to deal with, but you watch and you can see, especially with that high of a roll, you see a figure darting between alleyways below you, running to like kind of meet with them, and you see this lightning frame as they open the get into the open. You watch as your friend, the armored Aromi, Artyom, lands another hit against the side of the purifier, clocking them, and then continue to run. And you watch as the group kind of tries their best to figure out what happened, and then continue to chase after him. The Inquisitor seems to not be particularly engaged with any of this, and continues on his own way.
See, all this? Jesus Christ. I don't know how to fucking say what needs to be said there.
Well, today was crazy, but tonight the city is ours.
1 second.
So,
Just kick him.
That is your one. You get no others.
It was the only shot I had. So I had
Yeah,
to give it big
yeah,
time.
I got you. Oh, I'm gonna fucking ban you next. Oh my god.
I kind of just watch all of that unfold. I don't really say anything because I
Okay.
don't know what the fuck to say about that.
Sounds good. So with that, what are your guys' next steps?
Suggest we leave.
No, you're
I don't
good.
really
Yeah.
wanna. Yeah.
I suggest we leave.
Right now, or
Now, like I second.
so where are you guys heading to then? Back to the inn you were staying at?
That's where I would like to go. I don't know about the rest of the party.
We'll discuss amongst ourselves.
The discussion is open.
Arwen has he has like labored breath. Not from like running, but he obviously he wasn't running or anything in there, and he looks like deep into thought right now.
you alright?
No. I just saw an Inquisitor. Are you kidding me? Not okay.
Hint.
I'm practically a wanted man now. Here. They want something from at least me, maybe even you. He could level this place.
So why didn't he?
I don't know. I don't know his motives.
Arwen, we call that a power move. Let's just leave.
Right, yeah. We should leave.
Just be happy he didn't do anything else. On the way.
I had a lot of fun dancing over here. That was just Esme. Just like Dan, she was flossing while everything was going to shit.
I imagine she was doing that. I don't know what the dance is called, but the silver alien that dances. I fucking forgot what it's called.
Howard Dalian or something.
I think so. I don't know, but it's fucking stupid. I love that dance.
While they're walking, while we're all walking,
Limping.
yeah. Arwen, what exactly is an Inquisitor? Like, what do they do?
Well, let's just say that if an Inquisitor comes to a town, that town has been graced by an angel. That's how those who believe see it. It's a miracle. They're one step above a purifier. but it's a large gap. And there's the largest gap in power would be, I think, in between a Inquisitor and a Purifier.
Is that hard to become an Inquisitor?
Very.
What would someone have to do to become an Inquisitor?
Tips. I don't
Sorry,
have that one memorized.
Isabel just yelled across the room, "Murder 1,000 babies."
Am I wrong?
Typically,
If I
Inquisitor.
remember correctly, it's more of a political position as well.
Yeah, so basically, it's for the purifiers who have made a name for themselves, and yeah, they're
How does
scary.
one do?
You know, murdering 1,000 babies, or sorry,
They're
I mean,
keeping the secrets of the walls.
no, they're not. Well, no. Functionally, yeah, it is more a position of political power. But normally, how it works is that the purifiers are vetted, and once they are acknowledged to be able to take on the power of the Inquisitor, they can go through that process. Because you have to go through a process, starting from a young age, to see if you can even be an Ember, and then once you go from an Ember to a Flame Seeker, there's another brainwashing process, and then from a Flame Seeker to a Purifier, because they're just instilling you with a bunch of power.
It's called grooming.
No, we don't like to use that word on Twitch. Indoctrination. But going from a Purifier to an Inquisitor is also a status that you are able to completely... I lost my train of thought there. You are completely competent enough to wield the Radiant power. So it's also jumping up in power level as well. There's only a couple hundred of purifiers in the entirety of the organization. There's maybe a few dozen in Inquisitors. And then the Grand Inquisitors, because we're already on the topic, Grand Inquisitors are who would basically precede the Pontiff if he were to die. And there's only maybe at most 10.
Vice President.
Yeah, but like scary. In like what Luke was saying, Flameseeker or Purifiers could like level a village. Inquisitors could level a city. In theory, a Grand Inquisitor could level a country. They wield an immense amount of power. But there's only a handful.
What exactly does R1 say to Velka?
Bleh.
He throws up.
Let's see. I mean, he wouldn't withhold any information. He would just state their like powers and status.
So for a Purifier to become an Inquisitor, they would have to do something noteworthy. Like kill a werewolf.
No, that's too low. That's not high
No?
enough.
Then what the
I don't know,
fuck does
like
this bitch want to do with me?
I don't know, like a
Malcolm gets very exasperated.
no. I'm sure plenty of purifiers have killed werewolves before. That's like another day on the job.
Why does this guy have such a fucking hate boner for me?
Because you're
He has a
different.
hate boner for the Moonlighters, and you just happen to be in the way.
And also because you're different. That's how it works.
Velka thinks on like what Dredgen said for a moment, and she's gonna stick her hand in her coin pouch and try to like pull out a silver coin. Because she hasn't tested that yet.
No
Nothing?
effect. No effect.
She does the thumb thing where she flicks it and grabs it again and puts it back in her pocket.
And then I see her do this. I'm gonna re-say, they think you're different. At the very least.
She sighs.
to give a good example of what would allow you to be eligible to become an Inquisitor is either you can brute force it and just solve a bunch of cases. Because, I mean, the Inquisitors functionally lose their status as a purifier. Like, they're not always in their outfit. They're normally...
Kind of like going from like a police officer to a detective.
Yeah, more or less. So they're in crowds and whatnot, attempting to get as much information as possible. Hence why when Arwen was told that there are 3 Inquisitors in the city, or 2 or 3 Inquisitors in the city.
3.
Yeah, 2 Inquisitors in the city. That's normally pretty scary, because it means that they're trying to dig up a bunch of information. With that being said, a good way, so instead of solving a bunch of cases or taking care of a bunch of, like, you know, hags, witches, fucking dragons, it doesn't matter. Another good way is to, like I said, it's a political move. So if a purifier, if you kill him, then you start a war. If a purifier were to kill Oxton per se, it would move, and even if they were to do it, it would start a war. It would give them the status and prestige in society to know that he is ready to be an Inquisitor.
This might be forbidden knowledge, so you don't have to answer it, but that's like... Fuck, what was I gonna say? They're mostly here for the fact that Oxen is also here, and he has a group operating underneath him. And then we're that group.
Perhaps. Who is to say? Not me.
Meows.
Yeah.
Anyways, you get the gist. Walking through the streets in Upper Eden, the main streets are caked in scenes of violence. We have a lot of scorch marks, blood, and damage to property. But you don't see too many casualties.
You
Actually,
don't see it.
and obviously, none of the stores are open except for Pancake Manor.
Is the blood fresh?
Some of it.
Pancake Manor. It must have not been too bad if Pancake Manor's still open.
The Falafel Palace is still open as well. No. You didn't get the joke?
No. I'm from Florida.
It's okay. The highest density of Waffle Houses is in Georgia, so it's okay.
I've never
But we
been
have
to a Waffle
hurricanes in
House.
Florida, and like people do say,
They're
like,
just
Waffle
open.
House is open, so it's not that
It's
bad.
fine.
Hurricane, I'm not gonna evacuate.
Florida
Yeah.
is insane.
There's a
dude.
tornado yesterday, and the Waffle House was open, so I wasn't worried.
It's a real scale of severity.
It is.
Oh
It's
my
it's
God.
real. I know. I use it.
You are not
That's
immune to
insane.
propaganda.
Waffle House is immune to propaganda. It's a fucking cryptid.
Mhm.
You walk in, it's the same building every single time.
And the same employees. It's really weird.
Do you think
An
they
actual
strategic-
SCP entry.
Do you think Waffle House knows exactly where to place their building so it doesn't get hit by tornadoes or hurricanes?
Absolutely not.
No,
they,
they
just
just put them anywhere.
they buy the cheapest lot available, and then just
Yeah.
slap something there. Give them a couple grills and a fucking gazebo. They're good to go. They are everywhere. Are there Waffle Houses
I'm so
in
glad they're
Colorado?
everywhere. Probably not.
There's none. There's a Waffle House in Aurora, Colorado. There's one in Littleton and in Parker. How far away is this from my house? 1 second.
How many Waffle House?
And all
You
the
guys-
Waffle
Are-
House, like next month.
Oh, it's right down the road. Right next to Burnholm.
Next to Bornholm?
Yeah.
Right down the
It's
way.
right there.
You're tossing yourself.
We'll hit it up. We'll hit it up, don't worry.
We have something against Waffle House.
She looks very unenthused.
Yeah, she's just not looking through about Waffle
I had
House.
to pay her like $500 to go to the Waffle House in Alabama.
He thinks they're like special because
They
he's
are.
never
They're
been
special.
to one, even
They
though he grew up
are.
in Texas.
Every single one is special.
They're not.
They're all exactly the same.
You're not supposed to go to the Waffle House sober. Or when the sun is up.
It's not a Waffle House. It's a
You either have
Waffle
to
Home.
be drunk or it's 3 a.m.
Like there has to be extenuating circumstances. You don't choose to go to Waffle House.
You end up there.
Well, it was either that or Subway in Bama, and I didn't really want to go to Subway.
Waffle, you don't go to Waffle House. Waffle House goes to you.
It's a fucking SCP.
There are no Waffle Houses in California.
I feel like
I could've-
IHOP has a similar vibe.
IHOPs don't exist anymore. Fuck IHOP. Except for when they had the
Nah,
burger.
I have a core memory of going to an IHOP and forgetting my like complimentary cookie there and being really fucking sad. And that's when I like realized as a kid, it's like, oh, I will never get another one. No matter how many cookies I get in the future, that's still one that I have lost.
For what? Why'd you think like that?
Why are you having like
Cookie
a
wasn't that deep.
philosophical
It was not that deep.
ego death over a cookie?
Yeah.
Most people reach that
I think I
like
was,
that
like,
level when they're like
5.
45 years old and they're like, I've done nothing with my life, and it's just like you're like, I will
You
never
reached
have
it
another
at 5
cookie.
over a cookie.
Oh my fucking god,
That
dude.
goddamn cookie.
Most people reach it at 45 over a career.
Anyways, back to
Y'all got
D&D.
egos.
Oh, I went through ego death. Let me tell you about penis envy.
No thanks.
It's real
I'm good.
psychology.
Please don't.
Wow, I hated all of that. You guys make it back to your fucking manor. Not manor.
We're in that manor now.
Yo, we're in Pancake Manor.
You make it back to the astral fuck, I forgot. The astral plane. The astral plane in. You make it back. Fucking god. I hate you all.
Defeated.
I hate you all. You see, sitting in the lobby, beside some other spooked guests, completely unfazed by the situation that had unfolded outside, you see both Elias and Oxton. And as you enter, Elias, kind of like the joke people always do, and they think it's funny whenever they're like super easily spotted. They stand up and they go, I'm over here, it's me, I'm over here, you can't see me through the crowd. He does that. Oxton continues to read his map. Do you guys see Elias and go sit down with him, or are you gonna?
I could kill him.
We collectively ignore him.
I'm just kidding.
Oh my god!
Oh.
I think
Ghost.
I'm just. Dredge and Drake is not in a good mood. He almost died again. Fought like shit, and then had to go meet an Inquisitor. And now he's over here with some guy who thinks he's a smartass. He's not having a good day.
Elka will go over, sit by him, and then rest her forehead on the table.
Elias looks at Esme, who was put on her helmet when you guys left the manor. So how did things go with the Baron conduits?
It was rough.
But
Best
Yeah.
poorly.
The mission was a success.
so we have no other business here in the city then, unless any of you do. Judging by
I do.
your, go on.
Well, my father's still been imprisoned.
Oh, I forgot about that tiny detail.
What time is it again? Like, actually, the time this time.
Said it took like an hour, so it's like 5 p.m.-ish.
A little bit later. I'll say it's closer to 6.
5:36-ish.
Okay. Not bedtime just yet.
You can go to bed, Dredgen. That is completely up to you.
Nah. Bad shit happens when I go to bed early.
He seems completely perturbed by this. For sure, I know, I understand.
I just sit slump in the. I'm assuming there's a couch I'm sitting in. I just slumped in it, or a chair.
Yeah.
I look absolutely fucking miserable.
On the
I want to
topic,
go to the post office.
do you say that to him?
He's asked if we wanted to do anything else.
Sure, maybe we should wait a little bit, considering the city was just thrown in. Yeah, you get it, okay. Well, I do have good news. We have new sleeping arrangements. Ashlyn, you're with Shiro again, this time for real. For real, for real. Arwen, you're with Dredgen. And Volka, you are sharing a room with Esme.
Okay.
Switch keys if you need to. You guys don't actually need to. I'm a fucking genius, dude. Galaxy brain. I knew this. So, how about we get you some food, maybe a little drink. Drink will be on me. And we go to rest. And in the morning, we go and stop by the Will Whispers, of course, for Volka. We go talk to the Baron. Not Candlewood's. The cool one. The one with the spicy
Candlewood
name. I don't think we can call him that.
No.
How'd you say his
Longer.
name? It's like Angel?
Aniel?
I don't know how to say names. I, Alicia, don't know how to say names.
Ashlyn, you got it. So does Shiro. It is really simple. Watch my mouth move, please. Did you catch that?
Mhm.
Okay, good.
Guy's name is Mikhail.
Mikhail.
This is Michael.
Volka, I think you can just call him Baron Burntwick, and it will do just fine. We will see about Arwen's father, and when we find out that he's been sentenced to forever prison, I will of course recruit him into the Moonlighters, and we will be one happy family.
Wow, joyous.
Lots of gab from that side of the table. You came in here and ruined my vibe. It's okay. You know, you just took care of one small little demon, and we just helped turn over the city to the good people. It's whatever. No biggie. With that being said, though, there was something interesting. There were these individuals with supernatural gifts, abilities, whatever you want to call them. And then at some point they just kind of stopped having said gifts and abilities. So I assume that's something that you all took care of, to which I say thank you, because things were looking rather bleak for the layman. So whatever you did, whatever ritual you stopped, whatever fiend you
I
vanquished.
sent the demon back to hell.
Oh, I mean that probably could that probably did something.
We spent those demons screaming back to hell.
So good
Just gotta
work.
Repeat it. Just kidding.
Dragged back into the darkness, kicking and screaming.
Well, if that was the case, good job to all of you. You did a fantastic job. Glad to see all of you alive, because that would be a mess.
Lieutenant?
Which one? I could. Yes, Ashlyn.
Tell me again, does this place have a bathhouse?
This place, no, but there is a token to a bathhouse, which, I mean, not to hype up the work ethic of the Ashunin, but they are always open, even during times of war. There's a phrase I once learned. Bitches are always gonna earn more money.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping to remove all the tiny black and green rocks from my wounds.
Why do you have black and green rocks in your wounds?
Friendly fire?
That's so fucking funny. I mean, I don't think you need my permission. You could just go, Ashlyn. I won't stop you. Yeah.
I'll make time for it.
Okay. I will go order you food now. Who wants drinks? Just kidding. I'm getting all of you drinks. It was a prank, a ruse. And he gets up and hobbles over to the bar. Oxen briefly looks at all of you before going back to studying his map. Where are your next steps after we leave the city?
That's a good question. I'm
Arwen, if it's something you're nervous about, if we can't get your father back in our custody tomorrow, we'll find a way to get him.
okay.
As for figuring out our next steps, we have some options, but I will let all of you rest on it. I can see that the fight ended in your success, but does not look like all of you are uninjured.
I asked.
Demoralizing.
Oh. I was just gonna say, I asked him if there's anything else, like any other form of information that we need to know today, or no.
Not necessary at this moment. We can talk more about it tomorrow when you're all in the right mind.
I
Did you
am.
say? Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to rush.
Oh, I was gonna say, I am already up. I'm already moving towards the bed.
Where did you say Elias went?
He went to the bar. Yeah, he's
How
ordering
far
you guys
away is
food.
the bar?
Not super far away. It's like enough where if you wanted to listen, he could hear you, but if he's not paying attention, it's like,
Never mind.
okay. Yeah. And you know Elias to be a rather, or nope, wrong guy. Ignore me. Okay, so judging you're off to bed.
Yes.
Sound good. Couple moments pass and Elias sits back down. Well, looks like double the serving for Esme. It will take some time for food to be ready. You see, the riot really, set things back. So, in the meantime, if you all wish to go bathe, you can.
You want to?
Would you like an armed guard to go? Esme, go. Who all is going besides Esme?
I'll follow Bath Gang.
Okay, 3. Arwen?
Okay.
Okay, cool. I won't make you guys RP. You guys take
Is
bath.
it a mixed bath or is it a?
Oh god, no. There's a fairy bath and then everyone else bath. No.
Can't be bathing with fairies.
Yeah, absolutely not. No, yeah, you're all good.
Esme sits in the water in a full suit of armor.
Bubble.
I imagine like the bath is like really wide, and Ashlyn just sits directly next to Arwen.
Can I talk to you about something later?
Hmm?
Can I talk to you about something later?
Of course.
I'm assuming there's other people in here, so I doesn't want to talk about whatever.
If you can believe this, after a revolution, no, there aren't that many people at the bathhouse.
Well, other members of the
So nice
party.
all to ourselves.
Yeah.
Well, I'm in bed, and
Stinky.
yeah. Well, I mean,
It's
I'm
that
a pirate.
one
I
picture
live
of
with it.
Squidward in like the garbage bed.
What did you say to me? You saw me? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
No, you're good. Oh yeah, there's other people in the bath. There is a private bath if you want to. Although if 2 people go into the private bath, we all know what's going to happen.
Sheesh.
Okay. Like I said, I won't force you. So, you guys take bath, clean clothes, clean armor, clean bodies. All clean, leave bath. Leave bath, go back to tavern. Or inn. In doing so, you see that the city would which was at a point calm when you guys were walking back, has now entered what can only be described as New Orleans during Mardi Gras.
Oh God.
Oh, yeah, oh god.
The streets go from fighting to jovial activities as the war within the city has reached a rather peaceful, think about it in a roundabout way, end. Memorials,
Just like Mardi Gras.
just like Mardi Gras. Memorials are held across the city to mourn the lost lives from the conflict, though. You can see some people like candlelight vigils and whatnot. But for the most part, people are out drinking and partying. Storefronts are kind of turn their stores into housing for those who lost it during the conflict. I mean, things happen. Crazy shit happen. But something to note is that you're in Upper Eden, Lower Eden, you can see below you. It's also partying, of course. The garden, Hell's Avenue, the scary place above you guys, is still very militarized, and there's not a whole lot of partying going on up there, with the exception that the house sigil of the Baron has there are not tapestries. What the fuck are those called? The long flag things. Banners, yes. You see long banners of Burntwick's house and house colors lining the walls of the garden. Excellent question. The colors are rather simple: brown and gold. He didn't choose it.
He's more like a blue kind of guy.
Does he? Do you think he's a blue guy?
I think he's a blue guy.
Okay, blue and gold.
Oh, worse.
Okay, what color? What colors would be better? I'm listening. I'll hear you out. They're changing it.
I like brown and gold.
Yeah, I'm gonna go brown. I'm gonna go brown and gold. You can't stop me. I'm a bad bitch. And the house symbol is a simplistic version of a candle. His last name is Burntwick. Like, come on now. It's not gonna be anything complicated. It is not a lit candle. It's like a half melted candle. I say like a half melted candle. That's what my notes say. So that's what I'm going with. Past Davis wrote it. I'm just telling you. But yes, people, festivities. You get the point. No purifiers, only guards. Some guards, not all guards. You know, considering some are trapped in a mine shaft, ignore that. Ignore that. Party time. There's some festivities you guys can join in if you want, but all of you, I know, are at least suffering from one level of exhaustion. Hence you are exhausted. You have a point of exhaustion. You dropped to 0 HP.
Oh, we die.
I did it twice.
It's kind of like me right now.
Disadvantage on all ability checks. Like stealth, acrobatics. It sucks. Level 1 sucks. Level 2 is not any better. Some of you have level 2 exhaustion. I know that.
Me and
I
my
went to
15
bed.
movement speed.
Did I actually make it to bed?
Yeah, you did. Yeah,
Asleep
and
in the hallway.
you're just slow. Like,
I was worried.
and then Arwen's also at 1. I forgot to mark it though. Do you guys participate in the festivities or just head back to the inn? Okay.
Dan.
Going back, you see that your table has some fresh roast for you guys to munch on, some bread, and some stew. Nothing crazy. And then for all of you, a drink of your choice. It does not matter to me. But as you guys eat,
Whatever Elias has given me.
eat that. That's a growing weregirl needs that.
It's alcohol.
You want to have a mojito? You can have a mojito. Okay, you can have a mojito. But finish your food, drink on your drinks. You hear the outside crowd getting a bit wild. Mardi Gras. But in due time, the sun is set. You're already exhausted from your fights, and you can all tell it is time to go to bed. Is there anything you guys would like to do as you guys find your way to your rooms?
I'll try and pull Arwen aside.
Yeah, I'll go to Ashlyn Shiro's room. You know what? If Shiro's probably not there, she's going to do whatever. I'm sure. You don't sleep. What do you do?
I have a point of exhaustion.
Nope.
She does, in fact, need to sleep.
Point of exhaustion. I have. You just told me I
She
couldn't
has to
party.
stand still.
You just told me in front of all of you that I'm exhausted and I can't party.
It hasn't stopped you before.
Yes, it has. I'm sorry, I'm just standing in the corner of the room to fucking disappoint you.
Velka hang out in the dining area longer, waiting for everyone else to kind of leave.
Of course. We'll tackle that in a second. We'll wait for the my favorite ship to talk.
That's fine. I realized something, I guess, during and before. I'm saying this in the room, so sure, you'd also hear this. I need your help specifically with something, Ashlyn. I
Okay.
need to stop this holier than thou mentality. I need to accept the fact that I used to be a flame seeker and use that to our advantage. Use those abilities I learned rather than reject them.
Mm,
And I know you're the only one that can tough that out for me. Or tough that into me. You're the only one that I can trust to beat the shit out of me, Ashlyn.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about that. Holier than thou is basically my entire personality at this point. But if you can figure out what it is that you need, and you can express that to me, then yes,
I need to
I
get
can
over my
help you.
fear of radiance. Radiant power. Divine flame.
I see.
I have some trauma.
I suppose I can do that.
Perfect. Thank you. And that's it from Arwen. He would leave.
Once we're out of the city, as you
Round.
turn to leave,
Yeah.
I'll be challenging you to a duel.
Alright. Yeah, that sounds good. Once this is all over. But it locked behind me.
Get encouraged.
Again, thank you.
First game.
Think nothing of it.
Why? Oh, there's consequences. Keep going. This is 5th edition. You can not gonna do. If I do feel it on this. Doesn't matter. That's not the point. I'm aware, but no. The issue is that when you, I envision, you get beat the shit out of in combat, and then you go and come back. That's exhausting. It's exhausting. That doesn't count because they never actually. It says instead of going to 0, it goes to 1. Yeah. Sorry about that.
Surgeon just asleep when Norwin gets there. I assume as much.
Yeah, I assume that
Just
he
like
fell
face
asleep.
first, not even like in covers, just like.
Face
He's-
planted on the bed.
He does everything the most pirate way, so
Gotcha.
he
Sleeping in
brought
his
himself a
booth.
hammock.
The put in between both the beds.
He figured it out. He's in a hammock.
Ashlyn sort of scratches the corner of his chin with his index finger and turns to Shiro. Shiro,
Yes.
I'm in a bit of a bind.
Why?
My magic isn't actually divine in nature. Functionally, it should be about the same.
I mean, then maybe the lesson functionally can still be the same.
Do you think lying is alright in this moment?
It's like, I mean, do you have to lie? Can you not just teach the same thing with different
I
magic?
feel it would be more effective for him if he believed it to be radiant.
You should totally lie.
Alright. I can't really make those kinds of decisions myself, you see.
I usually just make them in the moment.
And that is precisely why I...
You're on the bed as he's sleeping, or are you just like standing too?
You're very talented.
Sleeps like a horse.
I was sitting up on the bed, and I am no longer sitting.
Did you like slowly start laying down when that was happening? And like you look like you just like died or something?
Yeah. It was more like Ashlyn was having a full-on conversation. Just like, and that is precisely why I... There wasn't any lead-up or anything.
I mean, of all the people, Shiro's not gonna question it.
I do hear my cat. He's trying to take the fucking door down.
Okay,
Let
let's
him
figure out
try.
the-
They don't have the secret of the walls.
Says you. Alright, 1 second. I was editing the people tab to be a bit more organized. Things actually have labels now for the most part. We'll go back through all of them later.
Oh no.
Cool.
Yeah, I know. It's
That's
alright. Oh, why am I on session 46? Who is to say?
Ooh.
There was a fentanyl smoke bomb in the show we were watching the other day. Fentanyl smoke bombs are real. Why I carry a bag of it in my pocket at all times in case I encounter a cop and I go and they die immediately because cops like Superman are immunocompromised to fentanyl.
Immunocompromised.
Just like Superman.
Just like Superman.
Just like Superman. It's easy as that.
Oh my god. Alright,
There's so many similarities in between them.
if you really think about it. In a roundabout way, of course. Where's the song that I was playing the other day? I can't find it. Where go?
Supersonic racing.
Sam, next combat, I'll play that for you.
Racing.
Or if you're in a ship chase. Alright. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm sorry, my bad. Volka, did you want to say anything while you were in the,
Yeah, Velko's waiting for everyone else to kind of leave the dining area because she wants to talk to Elias.
Okay. Oxen, stays out there, but Esme eventually finds her way back into your bedroom.
Hold on, I gotta conjure up a thought.
You had like 10 whole minutes. What the fuck happened?
I'm
Dropping the goddamn ball.
trying to decide if she wants to talk about this around Elias or not. I think it will.
These
be
two are
fine.
like an old married couple. They share everything with each other, except for their
Okay.
deepest, darkest secrets.
Except for their deepest, darkest secrets. Okay. Elias, you know how I said in my last journal entry that I wanted to talk to you?
I'm aware, yes.
So that guy, Baron Wilhelm Damien Rosenwald. And she kind of pauses for a moment. That's him, isn't it?
Perhaps. Who is to say?
If it is him, are we gonna kill him?
If it is him, my dear, it is not a situation that you should have to worry about.
I want to help you.
I know, but I do not think going down the road I will go down will necessarily help you.
I don't know how to respond to this. Hold on.
This revenge is a task that I have to dig 3 holes for. Alrighty, I don't want to add any more.
Is there no way I can help you? He hurt you and Esme. I want to do something.
You can help me by being a better person than Esme and I.
I'll order.
No, but it is advice that I hope you take seriously and reflect upon. This revenge will, unlike your friend Renorin, probably end in a catastrophe. And I don't think you need to be around to see that.
I think I'm gonna go back to my room. Velka says.
Hmm?
She gets up.
Sleep well.
Oh wait. Can she hug him?
Yeah, you can.
She's gonna hug him and then leave.
He is kind of awkward about it. He's not a big hug guy. But as you're turning to walk away to your room, you hear Oxen clearing his throat. You need to live a better life than those two could ever have. Once you're free of the Moonlighters, of course.
Yes, Captain. She leaves.
You hear a scoff. This is not real. You're still walking away. You hear a scoff and then Elias saying, "You don't have to be a bitch." Not talking to you. Going back into your room, you see that Esme has positioned a chair next to the door and is sitting on it with her back against it. Meaning that she has... Not against the door, next to the door. She's acting as guard. You can see that her... you don't know what she's looking at. She has her helmet on, but she is... looks like she is awake. And as you enter her featureless plate looks at you and then goes back to kind of just staring off into the distance.
You gonna make sure I don't freak out again?
She gives you a very... yeah. She gives you a quick just nod.
Whole situation is so fucked. Milka just like shakes her head looking at the ground. She's probably gone and sat on her bed by now.
Esme crosses her arms and then just kind of looks in a general direction. The best you can estimate.
I don't know what's gonna happen to me. That freaks me the fuck out.
New day, new me.
I mean, Esme can't respond.
Yeah, I know.
She could sign, but she has nothing to sign.
I'm thinking of things Velka wants to say. Because if there's anyone to just say shit and get off your chest too, it's her.
She
You know what
replies
I'm-
the one time.
Yeah, she actually speaks back to you, and it's just shut the fuck up.
You know what I'm most afraid of from all this werewolf stuff? It's not the dying. I'm afraid I'm gonna hurt the people I care about. Will you make sure that doesn't happen?
No motions.
Elka's gaze drops back down to the floor. How the fuck do you sign goodnight? She goes goodnight
Okay.
and then lays down.
Sounds good. Two events happen during the night. Shiro, as you're resting, and I know you're in your sentinel trance, so you can see and observe things around you. Ashlyn, very strange. Just a strange sleeper in general. He just won't move, ever. But every once in a while, his tail twitches. Yeah. But outside of the funness of what you observed from the night, your vision, similar to a previous experience, is clouded by a black smoke. Gonna change the music. Gonna put on this song, yeah. You are taken to a land you don't recognize but feels like home. You are resting on this white sandy beach with this inky water in front of you. You see the moon's, plural, reflection across the surface as it is every once in a while distorted by the waves. You smell, similar to that of when you left the manor earlier, smoke, fire, and the faint crackles mixed with screams. You see a figure in black robes, almost imitating the water they're standing in the ocean. Too far enough for them to be standing on top of it, but not close enough for them to hear anything if you had anything to say. You watch as this figure, with their hand outstretched to the moon, almost like they're about to do a ritual of some kind, maybe a spell perhaps, just grasp at at them. And you hear a distorted voice, a cacophony of lost voices. As they let out a chuckle. And the figure, its head turns to you, and you see these orange-red spirals where the eye sockets would be. And you see this mouth open, this orange-red effect from inside, like an oven, like a fire oven. I am seeking you, Sage. Our destinies will cross. You may not hide for much longer. And as he walks across the water towards you, you're overcome with this sense of fear and mortality as this figure is walking directly at you with this murderous intent. And that's when the vision fades and everything goes back to normal. And you see your friend Ashlyn laying still, tail twitching. Volka, as you go to sleep, I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw at disadvantage, as your mind is at a weakened state due to the psychic damage suffered from the previous fight.
You said wisdom saving throw?
At disadvantage.
6.
Me too.
Unlike in previous instances, not that you could ever predict them, you just fall into a dream. described as such. The smell of and sight of thick smoke clouds your primary senses. The ragged, gurgled gasp dig deep in your ears. You're on your knees, holding on to someone with them holding you back. You see Eliza's mangled frame clinging on to you with dear life, tears rolling down his face. His eyes show a scared man who has nowhere else to run. You see that he's been, at the very least, stabbed several times and burned in other areas. It seems like you were in the middle of a conversation. He's looking at you for answers. You have free will. You can speak.
Can you read that one more time? I was a bit in shock.
Yeah. The smell of and sight of thick smoke clouds your primary senses. The ragged gurgle gasp dig deep in your ears of someone below you. You're on your knees holding on to someone with them holding you back. You see Elias's mangled frame clinging on to you with dear life, tears rolling down his face. His eyes show a scared man who has nowhere else to run. His body has been tormented by flames and blades. And it seems like you are in the middle of a conversation and it is your turn to speak. He's looking at you for answers.
Velka's face is horrified looking down at Elias like this. And she starts crying. And Elias, what happened to you?
The gods have punished the sinners, and I am afraid you are next, my dear.
No. It's gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine.
She will look after you. It is not my time here anymore. I see the planes colliding. Carry
you
on.
have to stay.
It is no longer my time, my dear.
She clings to him and just sobs.
You can sense the gasp for air between each words becomes quicker and quicker. And you hear one last gasp before nothing else. And his grip on you lessens.
Please stay. Please stay. Elias!
Your vision clouds with smoke. And when in a state of unsure of reality and dream, you awaken, or are cast out of a daze. Your claws are dug into the arm of a teenage boy. A boy you might not recognize from passing them in the streets or as a haggler, but his face is familiar. He seems scared, and the rest of his family are stanced up on you, seems the same way as well. A human man in his early 40s holds a fire poker at you, with another small child shielded behind him. You're in a small home. You recognize this as reality.
Malka, let's go! I think she takes a step back
You
and
are
holds her hands up.
You were crouched on the floor from a position that you would have been on all fours at.
Looking around the room confused.
You see a nearby window has been busted inwards, so the glass shattered inside the house. And you see these bloodied footprints leading to your position.
What shape are they?
Yours.
They're just like human feet?
Mhm.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And then Velka dips, hops back out the window.
You move backwards, trying to get into a jump, and your legs kind of buckle underneath you as you're paralyzed. Not by like an agent per se, but out of fear. And you hear and feel to a certain degree as the front door is kicked open, or kicked down is a better way to put it, and Oxton, Esme, and Elias quickly enter the home. Looking immediately, Esme jumps to you, looking at the wounds that you now realize you're covered in, just small slivers of broken glass. And you see Elias immediately exit the home, looking surprised, maybe a bit scared. Oxton, although he has normally a calm, quiet demeanor, doesn't seem frustrated as much as he is flustered.
You said Esme went to Velka?
Yeah.
Velka just grabs her and like clings to her and just like completely panicked and confused and scared.
You
Two of those same things.
see these deep claw marks on her chest plate, like puncturing beneath.
What happened?
Oxton his voice cuts through the air. Is there anybody else in the home with you? He's looking at you, Volka.
There is a family.
He watches his eyes fixate near where the father and the young child stand. Are you seriously injured? He says out loud. The man shakes his head no, as the boy that you were grabbing onto his arm begins to hide behind his father as well. Oxton seems to be waiting for a response, although he clearly already saw the man shake his head. I think it's best we leave now. Esme, take her outside. Esme picks you up and almost runs into Elias, who's about to enter the building. Who he quickly checks you over before pushing you and Esme behind him as he walks into the house. And do you speak Sylvan? You hear at first a conversation in Sylvan that quickly leads into a shouting match between Elias and Oxton.
Did I kill anyone? Velka asks Esme.
She just looks down at you, and you can see that some of the claw mark had gone to her helmet, but doesn't look like it had actually scraped her skin. And she looks at you and doesn't motion her head, yes or no. You don't see any guards around, and you don't see any purifiers as well.
Are you okay? Did I hurt you?
She shakes her head no. Elias walks out of the house. You hear his pattern of 3 steps before he places his hand on Esme and says something in Sylvan once more. He seems upset. like he is not perhaps berating, but yelling at Esme for something.
Is Velka, are her like feet on the ground?
Esme's holding you, so it's up to you. I imagine she was holding you like bridal style, but
Well, if Velka's feet are on the ground, she's gonna make an effort to get away from Esme and go and like cling to Elias, like hug him.
you could do so, yeah. You break out of
Okay,
her.
and-
He looks at you because he's yelling at Esme. He looks down at you, and you see the same scared eyes that you saw in your dream. And he looks a bit. Give me an insight check.
What the fuck is my insight? 19.
He
You
looks
connected. I know you.
scared of you.
Velka's gonna let go. I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
You watch as his expression changes from hysteria yelling at Esme to the feared look in his eyes to a more friendly demeanor that you've seen so many times before. And he says something to Sylvan, realizes who he's talking to, and then switches back to common. He seems at a loss of words, but manages to get out. No. It's fine. What do you remember?
You were dying.
I assure you that it's just a dream.
Then nothing else.
Esme, take her back to the inn. I will take care of things here with Oxton. Esme approaches you, offering a hand for you to hold.
She'll take it.
You hear Elias say something in Sylvan once again to Esme, who looks at Elias and then just nods simply before the two of you walk away. You walking away from the home. Hear Elias and Common as at first seems like anger and then eventually just finds its way into more of a saddened tone, just keeps screaming fuck before walking into the home. As you leave this quiet home district or housing district, you eventually make it back to the crowded streets, and you're able to roughly piece together from the amount of times you've been in the city, Lower Eden. The crowd around you doesn't really seem all that noticeable of you and Esme. They seem to be more focused on her, if anything. But she manages to cut through the crowd and in a quick time make it back to the inn, where she leads you back to the room where you can see on the walls of your room have been damaged in some way by these long, jagged claw marks. And you see one of the beds had been completely destroyed, and you see Esme's greatsword broken in half.
Velka, looking at everything, very shocked, just shakes her head and just goes, "What did I do?"
Esme walks you over to the bed that she would have been sleeping in, if she had been, and sits you on the bed, and then signs to you sleep.
I don't know if I can.
You watch as she takes off her helmet and rests it on the night table. And then, which would be intimidating in most regards, does the eye-to-eye thing where they go point through their eyes and point to yours. Before sitting down, pulling up a chair next to your bed, as a more protective of you, not protective of the rest of the world, if that makes sense. She seems to be more interested in your well-being.
Velka will lay down. Hesitantly, but lay down.
In due time, if you wish, you do find sleep. Whether it be out of exhaustion or from...
Probably exhaustion, because she is at 2. So yeah, I think Velka would eventually fall asleep.
As you fall asleep, it almost feels like a couple seconds later you're awake, but it is daytime now. And you see Esme, although, I mean, she already has a tired look, half awake, is still keeping her eyes on you. It looks like no further instances have happened over the night. There's a knock on the door, and Oxton enters, says something to Esme and Sylvan. She pats your leg and then stands up, and then Elias walks in. And then Oxton and Esme leave, and then Elias enters and sits on the chair. You can see he is holding a simple meal. Something you immediately notice is that it is entirely vegetarian.
I think Velka like reaches out for it, but like her reach is like hesitant. Maybe her hands are shaking a little bit, and then she accepts it.
He then sets a cup of water on the nightstand next to you, sits in the chair, and then pulls out a book and begins to read without saying anything. The rest of the party. You guys are awoken from your slumbers by a knock on your door, which is a bit odd, considering. But as you are jolted to reality, or fixate on it because you're in a sentinel rest, the sunlight does tell you that time has passed and it is now the morning.
Do we take the effects of a long rest?
You do all take, including Volka, all take the effects of a long rest. Meaning, if you have 2 points of exhaustion, you now go down to 1 point of exhaustion.
Hey.
And if you have 1 point of exhaustion, you now go to 0. As I find music.
Enough dreaming. It's
Hit
time.
point die work.
What was that?
You get half of them back when you take a long rest. Half of your
Yeah,
maximum, I think.
Half of your maximum.
That's what it gave me.
Half
so.
of your maximum rounded up. Not that it matters because you're all at an even level. Yes, true.
Or are we?
I don't know, are you? Alright. With all that intense music, I know what I gotta play now to make up for it. Where the fuck is it? Give it to me. Ah, there it is. That's what I wanted to hear. That means it's good times. Good vibes only for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
Please don't pay attention to the source of the music. That would be silly. Okay. To the people who could knock on their door, that's not Elias. You're greeted by Oxton or Esme. I didn't really have this planned in terms of who would get who, but we'll say Shiro and Ashlyn get Oxton, and then Dredgen and Arwen get Esme. But you guys awake, dust or get the crust out of your eyes if you are human enough to do so.
I'm a fae.
Oh,
I'm also fair.
sand is in fact
Big
not a
ink.
human element. But you guys gather in the dining area of the inn. But strange enough, you don't find Elias and Volka. Maybe they're going on a quirky solo adventure. Who's to say? Not me. Or Esme.
Shocked no one else woke up last night.
The menu for breakfast is really quite simple. It is beans and toast. No. One day, though. What are you talking about? Arwen would love that shit. Be like, oh my god.
Oh, Arwen, love that.
Yes, man! Can I get some mash and liver? No, you guys are in a high dining or high-end facility. We will say you get crepes. Have fun with that. Crepes and meat. I don't care what type of meat. It could be any meat. Besides human. Or humanoid. Although I'm sure Eric Corpora
Arwen's
would
not
taste like chicken.
humanoid.
Yeah, it's Faye. It's always been Faye. Soylent Green is Faye. All right. Sitting down for breakfast. Is there anything you guys want to say? That's fine.
Any luck?
Oh.
Oxen finding, or did you do any searching last night? Or I guess negotiating.
We were a bit preoccupied last night, but we will tackle that once we're all done with breakfast here.
Alright. We'll be talking to Sin today.
I don't think so, no. He likes to stay out of the public eye. Or so I've been told, so we will be speaking to the Baron. I did set up a meeting spot with him this afternoon for some... He seems a bit upset by this. His choice, not mine.
That might work. I have a couple questions for Sin, but he might be able to answer.
Perhaps. With that being said, I do like to plan ahead of time. And I think that there are 3 options that we should go through from here. There is an offer to sail under the king's name to take on the pirate menace plaguing the ports of Fae Keep. And I think that would be wise to do, but at the bottom of our priority. And he continues. I have been requested by Sir Winterhide to join her on a Shuna with all of you. She was to deal with some monstrous blights that the rest of the Moonlighters are too strained to take care of.
That sounds urgent.
She makes everything sound urgent.
Arwen chuckles.
He seems completely serious, but it was definitely a dig at her character. And I think it might be wise as well, and this should be perhaps moved to the top of the priority list. I think all of you should go to the castle, the one that housed the werewolves that Elias told me about, that you told him about, that turned to Volka and attempt to find a cure. As you know, myself, Elias and Esme won't be able to go there with you. So if we decide to go this route, I will send Ivar in my stead. As well as the rest of his troop.
Where's Ivar now?
It doesn't matter. He'll meet you there.
All right.
Davis, does as a party, do we know where Volka is right now?
No, you don't know where she's at all.
Well,
You saw that her bedroom door was closed. But I mean, most doors in an inn are, so like, is it really that big of a deal? What? No. Correct, but no, you didn't hear anything.
well, after the other night, my vote is on getting rid of whatever is plaguing Volker.
I have a hunch that
Mhm.
it came back tonight. Or last night.
I'm sure that would be her vote as well. I don't think she's a big fan of being a werewolf. But
So
we'll
we're
wait for
going
her
back
to
to
come down.
Winterbank. We're going back to
Sadly.
cursed country.
God, I hate that place. He says offhandedly.
Which one of you maintained the map when you were traveling through Winterbank the previous time?
Was it me?
I think it was Arwen.
I think it was.
DM, did you say map?
Yeah,
It
map.
was Arwen.
It was Arwen. I was just
Oh,
saying,
that
if you
would be
remember. He slides you his map. Mark where you roughly found the castle, and I'll pass the information over to Ivar. It's a well-detailed map, like yours.
Okay.
You're able to pinpoint it. Pretty.
He just
pretty-
kind of takes his map and then
Cross-reference the database.
cross-reference.
Input destination.
Overwrite. Enhance.
You, my good sir, while you're a bit flustered, you see on his map there are also little notes on parchment that are rolled with it. You see a to-do list. Nothing like an Alzheimer's riddled patient. Like, you know, wake up, or greet party, or anything like that. You see it's a to-do list of letters to send out. Do you wish to look at it?
Are we all looking at
You
the
can
map
look
right
at
now?
it without touching it. No, only Arwen.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I won't
I'm
make
a
you
big
roll.
fan.
I won't make you roll. You see, it's a rather short list. Three letters, or 3 letters that he wants to send out. One that says to mom. To Kian. Yeah, your uncle. Sorry, I was responding to the woman across from me. And to Ymir. That is all you get from me. Technically, it doesn't say mom; it says mum because he's Irish. But like, let's we'll work here. We'll work here.
Mover.
Mover. It also says to the IRA. Really weird. No.
Yeah, that envelope is just a little thicker.
Yeah. Also has a weird bomb shape object. No. But after you mark it, he takes the map and rolls it. Before stowing it away. Then he settles it. I think it's best that you go back south, take care of this problem you've encountered, try to resolve it, and then once you're done with that, Dredgen,
Mm-hmm.
your ship can meet in a port in Winterbank.
When?
whenever you need to leave.
I'm pretty sure I can do that. Yeah.
Set up a transport for yourself where you leave through a port city in Winterbank from the castle, and then from there, sail north. Go to Ashuna and meet myself and Elias there.
Understood.
In the
Someone
meantime,
write that down.
while you're sailing, if you encounter any pirates, please take care of them. And if you take prisoners, please do so that way we can drop them off in Ashuna. And then he
Understood.
looks at you, Dredgen, with the most intense look you've ever received from this man. Their boats are worth a lot of money.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Oh, Dredgen saying "I Captain" to Oxton is so fucking funny to me.
There's the layout. We don't have a set time, but give us when you can just a letter. Or whatever magical way you kids are doing nowadays.
I have a way of communicating with them, but just one time.
Very well.
DM, you said Ashuna? I don't see that on the map.
So it's not actually
Sure.
properly labeled, and that's just because I made the map forever ago. It is the Kingdom of Ashuna, and it is the huge white island in the middle of the map.
King Chong
Oh.
Wong
And
Land.
there-
Oh, it does say that.
Yep.
Okay, I see now.
Yeah,
There
next
you
to that pirate information that you know right there, that giant fucking anchor.
Are you and I the only ones
Yep.
that can see the pirate stuff? Just making sure.
That's between you and I, cowboy. For your reference, Sam, that's Japan land.
I imagine seeing who the pirate is around there.
What are you talking about? What do you mean? That pirate name could be from any country. I think Fujiwara could be French.
The heavenly Yaska.
It could be anything. Alright. I wonder which pirate is attacking the Fake Keep ports. Could be anyone. Alright.
That's forbidden knowledge, just FYI.
I know. Very well. Then I will gather Elias and Volka, and we will get you some supplies to make it south, and then send you on your way. Would you prefer to take a blitz approach to it and just take horses, or do you want to take the cart as well?
I don't want to be there long.
Neither do I. First time was already bad enough.
I think horses. My vote is on horses.
I will be clear
I
though.
vote on horses.
I will be clear though that if you take horses, you will be leaving Winterbank without your wagon or anything like that. You'll be going to a port in Winterbank and sailing away from it.
I think if we get to the ship in a timely manner, it wouldn't really be that big of a problem.
It will be kept here for potentially weeks, if not months, and that's fine. I will. I'll put the cost underneath the. That's not the issue. The issue is that he is saying you can leave from halfway on horseback to Castle Lochthwain, but you're going to be leaving Castle Lochthwain through a port city in Winterbank, which means you will not have your cart if you go on horseback. Because you will not be heading back north to grab it and then go to...
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. We're going back to the port city. Like, I'm assuming we're going like port city again. Right?
Yeah, you'll be leaving probably from Lochthwain directly west. I won't tell you.
Oh,
what this is.
west.
Yeah, west.
How long do we plan on staying in Ashuna?
Hard to tell. Sir Winterhide didn't give me that information. Yes. You can. He was just saying you could take a faster approach to it if you want. He's giving you an option. You don't have to take the horses. You can also just take the wagon. He's just giving you an option. No matter to you. Okay, so with all that in mind, is your vote still horses, the two of you? This is Davis speaking to you guys.
Yes.
Okay. So leave
So
wagon behind.
Sam's- Yeah, to leave wagon behind. Just blitz towards there and then blitz towards the port.
Okay. Arwen vote? There's no technical consequence for taking the wagon. It's just a bit slower.
The consequences being on Winterbake for longer.
I'm not there, but I, as a player, would vote wagon, because then y'all have somewhere to hide.
If we're gonna be in Ashuna for a prolonged amount of time, I'd rather have the wagon.
Fair point. I'd like to hear everybody else's opinion
That way we can store all of our
first.
plunder.
True. You're absolutely. You know what? You're such a smart man.
Somewhere to hide stuff, somewhere to sleep.
Owen, I hate you because you make so much sense. I changed my vote.
Alright, take the wagon.
I'll vote on the wagon. It seems to be gaining popularity.
Are you saying you're
Me
jumping on that bandwagon?
Sheesh!
I'm sorry, I don't play any instruments.
Oh,
You speaking to God?
you're about to. Okay,
Heard the
I keep on
voice of
plugging my
God there.
headphones. I'm an idiot. I'm good now.
Ashlyn, who are you speaking to? You don't hear them?
My patron. La, 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 la.
That's my thing. It's my thing.
No, Ash, get your own. All right. Then
I
you'll
agree, voice in me head.
Despot.
No, please. No.
No, Murph.
Wait.
DM, do we have? What if? Do you know how many days it would take to go from Hefway to Lochwain to the port city? How many days would that be after all that?
5 to Lochthwain, and then. Oh shit! Oh, I miscalculated. My bad. So
With the cart.
with the car, okay, that's fine. We'll go 2, 4, 1, 1, 6, 7. 7 days to Lochthwain, and then. Oh Jesus fucking Christ! Oh, you'll have to take a well-traveled road that way, so that means half time as well. 1, 2, 3, 6, 5, 7, 8, 15. 15 days altogether.
Would Drudgen know? Drudgen Draken know after we make this our option? Will he know it's about 15 days to get there? Or no?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
And then that time, of course, is not including however many days you spent in Lochthwain and stuff like that. But
Oh, yeah, then I should probably do that after I get to Lochcoin, huh?
probably.
Okay. And you say it was about 7 or 8 days, 7 days to the port from Lockline.
8 days. 1 second. My mom's calling me.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey?
Yeah, I'm playing D&D.
Oh, I forgot.
It's
Oh,
okay.
Tuesday.
It is. Can I call you tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye. Persuasion. Or deception.
Increased.
Alright.
I mean, you did say that you were playing D&D.
Put phone down. 7 days to Lochthwain from halfway, and then 8 days from Lochthwain to whatever port city.
Well, no, I'm not gonna worry about it until we get to Lockline.
Sounds good. Head honcho. Oxton stands up from the table. I will go. I don't know why he became Russian. I'm going to go grab the other two, and then he goes off into the winding hallways of rooms, leaving you with Elias. No Esme. They're both E names.
Right. Very similar.
Identical even. They're actually the same but different, if you think about it.
The same but different.
You and I aren't so different after all.
You guys see very clearly on Esme's armor that it has been scratched, damaged even, by claws. She says nothing. Of course.
Esme.
She eats her crepe, though. She eats
Through the
like,
helmet.
yeah, no, she has her
Like
helmet on.
inserts it to the
Under
top.
the helmet.
Like Obito and fucking Naruto, where he like goes,
Yeah.
"We're about to see his face," and he goes, and I'm like, okay.
Or it's like fucking in like Red versus Blue, there was a scene where he eats an apple, but he never took off his helmet, and it like pans away from him when he's eating, and then pans back, and he just has his helmet on, and he has another fruit.
It's like a Minecraft eating dude. Alright. There is another knock on your door, Miss Volka, and you see the short Irishman enters. Did you eat yes or no?
Yes, I did.
You've
Num
been,
num.
you've been drugged by fentanyl. Make me a cost no. When Elias, wow, I'm getting all the names mixed up now. When Oxton enters the room, Elias closes his book, takes his cane, and then almost like in a comical way, like although you saw Oxton, you see him, Elias like taps you on the knee. There's someone here. And then he stands up and then offers you a hand. Although you know that if you take it, you might pull him below. I mean, you might knock him over.
I'll put my hand in his, but put no weight on him.
Elias turns to Oxton and then walks, following him. You guys see coming down the hallway, Oxton, Elias, and Volka. All of them alive and healthy. Elias looks at the table. I'm going to take a guess and assume that you're going to go south into Winterbank and then make your way to Ashuna through the waters near Winterbank. Am I wrong? Yes or no?
Yes, we're going to go kill pirates and then go to Ashuna and then deal with the werewolf problem.
I am so fucking good at my job. Read like a book. Slam dunk. Basketball doesn't exist.
Belka, she gets a kind of worried face, like look on her face, and she's like, "But you guys said you couldn't come to Winterbank."
Well, party comes first. I need to get over my fears anyways.
What if what happened last night happens when we're on the road or something?
What happened last night?
No, nothing like that will happen. You will have Ivar with you.
Beat your ass up.
That's incredibly, extremely even tasteful man.
And I still have my silvered sword.
See, we're all prepared.
Also, it's Winterbeak.
What about that?
There's a bunch of people out there in Winterbeak that are being eaten alive.
Exactly. Thank you, Dredgen, for always having the optimistic outlook on life. Elias whispers to you, Walker, there is no worry. Ivar can protect you. And those around you.
And also what? Me?
And those around you.
Okay. Belka looks like hesitant and still like worried, but she nods her head.
Oxton hands Elias the map that he oh my god, got updated, Jesus fucking Christ, by Arwen. Elias looks at it and then folds it back up and hands it to Oxton. Say less, I will get the information over to the appropriate people. Oh, Arwen, I was supposed to inform you that should you ever make your way back over to the land of Aya, that Merlin is willing to perhaps talk to you / interview you to become their apprentice.
Perfect. That's good news. Seems I need all the help I can get.
Are you not going to even question how I know this information? You just assume I know everything?
Of course.
I do.
It's not your job, you said you're so good at it.
Perhaps.
Hang in there.
Thank you
Say
for
less.
everything you do.
Oh, say more. Well, how about we go check up with the Will-O-Whispers, check in their mail, see if anybody has anything, and then... Yeah, she said not to... I told her not to bother writing a letter, that I would inform you myself.
Right.
I'm clicking a pin over here, and Isabel just stared at me for a good, 20 seconds. I'll put the pen down. I've understood what I've done.
I've also been clicking a pin this entire time.
Fuck yes. It's just soothing. Well, in the meantime, while we... Is that what I think it is? Is that an S gel pin, Alicia? Is that the black one? I fucking knew it. You whore.
Can't fucking read it.
All
yeah.
you bitches. All of
It
us
writes
bitches.
very nicely.
I know it does. I'm aware. My job has a lot of
That's
writing.
how I do the journals.
Mine is just it's a vaccine.
That looks like...
I like that. What the fuck? I have a bone pin. That's where I could one up you. It's a tail
I
bone.
think I stole this
Is it
from
real
Luke
bone?
at some point.
Did you know cool it'd be if there was a real bone?
Yeah.
My mom gave me this. And she saw this in my room. She was like, "What the hell are you
No.
doing in here?
Are you shooting up heroin, Sam?
I'm like, this is a pen. You gave it to me." She's like, "Oh." She's like,
You gave me this pen.
Penn State.
I think it's funny that you recognized it just by me holding it like this.
I use it at work all day, so that's all I knew. It has a refined shape. Only true gentlemen use them.
They take a little bit longer to dry.
They do. I'm aware. Oh, I'm aware.
Is that a fountain pen?
That's like a tooth thingy, isn't it?
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
It's also Andon. Would you actually be surprised if he had a fountain pen? No, you wouldn't
No,
be.
but I was
Let me
asking.
Fine.
I have a bird whistle.
Oh, man.
What is with you? So many gadgets. What the fuck?
It's okay, Sam. I also have a gadget. It's called a gun. Well, all right. Back on topic, children.
I have an Office Depot Sharpie.
Your streamer setup is killing me, Luke. I love it.
I know.
Put down the lighter, you fucking. Why do you have tools? What is wrong with all of
You
you?
just have tools on hand.
Oh my god. All
Yeah.
of you.
It's a
goblins.
tool.
What the fuck?
It has a knife on it.
I
It's a
can't tell
very
time
tool.
otherwise. Unless I have my floor clock.
My floor, the fabled floor clock. Okay. Focus. Give me a couple more minutes of your attention, you dumb bitches.
Sorry, we're talking about things on our desks.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I understand. Completely not distracted. All right. While we go and check mail, Oxen will get you all sorted out for your travels. Let's go now. As you guys follow him, he leads you to the Willow Whispers, where once again you see the ever so present Safi. She notices you guys almost immediately. I mean, you're a fucking circus. I
That's hurtful.
mean, look at who you surround yourself with.
I'm here against my own will. I'm sentenced to life.
Maybe one day you'll get out.
Maybe.
Anyways, Safi sees all of you. Oh, I assume you're here for your letters. Do not worry. I knew you'd be back one day. She grabs one letter for you, Miss Volka. She says with a lisp that I forgot.
Velka takes it.
I will warn all of you that there is a situation unfolding that letters to Ashuna might not be able to be sent anymore. It appears that the Emperor might want to close down the country, which would make getting letters in near impossible. With that being said, we could probably still do it. It would just require some more time. Not that it really affects any of you. None of you have sent letters over there, just as a precautionary statement.
Do they sell like paper and envelopes here?
Yeah.
I want to get 10 of them.
Okay.
How much?
Oh, honey, you can just have those.
Are you sure?
Yes. I don't know why
Okay.
paper's so expensive. You can just conjure it up if you're brave enough.
Thank you.
Paper market in shambles.
She's crashing the market as we speak. Only you guys are favored customers, given that you're the only customers.
One sheet of paper is roughly $20.
Yeah, she just gave that away. She gave you
I remember.
she just
from
gave
when
you
Velka was
$200. You
learning.
keep that in mind. Next time you're sending a letter, like, maybe just slide her a tenner
Can I tip her?
if you want. There's not a tip jar, but you can.
Can I give her a gold piece?
You want to give her? Yeah, okay, you can give her a gold piece. She takes it and then puts it away. Happy.
Wink.
That's all it takes.
That was great. That's fine.
For market in shambles. If you just really need 3 pieces of sugar cane, that's all you need. I think it's 3 in Minecraft.
That's all it takes.
I think it's 3.
It is 3.
I'm so good. Minecraft knowledge. Don't ask me what the quadratic formula is, please, God.
I can speak
Scribble, please,
enchantment
scribble,
table.
You can just create objects in real life. Probably. I could definitely craft a bow using my Minecraft knowledge. And a fishing
3
pole.
string, 3 sticks.
That's all
I think the moment you try and use 3 different sticks to make a bow, you'll realize that it doesn't exactly translate.
3 sticks. 3
No.
individual pieces of
You're
string.
taking the 3 sticks and lining them up next to each other. They have to be identical length and have the same elasticity.
Yeah, you just kind of
Right,
put them
right,
together. Use, you know?
Tie the 3 strings together.
Yeah, exactly. It's not that deep, guys. Come on.
That's why they call it a compound bow.
Are you gonna write the letters here, or do you wanna? You can do it on your travels. It's up to you. Me speaking to Alicia.
It'd take a long time. That's some. I told you what these are for.
She's writing the 10 articles.
Yeah.
She's about to declare her independence. She's about to become a sovereign citizen. I will start my own kingdom full of wolves and werewolves. We will call it the Omegaverse.
Good God.
That was brought up at work the other day.
I know. Wait.
Oh, he left. I'm out. Alright. Gold piece exchange for paper. You have letter. It is from home in mom handwriting. You know.
Excellent. Valk will probably open it and read it while they're leaving.
Okay. Cool. You guys finish up your. Is there anything else you guys needed from Willow Whispers or anything? We good. We good. We good. That's so not true. Your family is at Olive Garden. Sorry, Isabel said she has no family. Sorry, Shira says she has no family.
They're all Olive Garden.
Ashland Stab went out to get buy milk. That's why he hasn't responded.
My dad's in prison.
We've all been there. We've all been there. All right. Leaving the Willow Whispers, you guys walk not too far away, and you see Oxen has your guys' wagon, and you see that there are new bags of food for the ox, of course, which is to say that there might also be bags of food for you inside, perhaps.
Nope.
We
We have that luxury.
Oxton, wow. Whew, brain fart. Now is your meeting with, now is our meeting with Baron Burntwick. It will be taking place near Hell's Avenue, but not in the garden. For reasons. You guys make your way up? Because you're already not Brad. It's not that far away. You guys make your way up to the garden. You can see that there is a fuck ton of guards, both city guards and also those just guys who dress very similar to our team. They have no connection. They're just here. They're just NPCs. They just spawned here.
Spawned here.
You can see that the city guards are standing post while the definitely not the Oddfellows are playing a game of cards at a table. But you guys see, strangely, a well-decorated table with a very nice tea set, with several chairs around it, and you see the Baron sitting by his lonesome with a cup of tea in one hand. He sets it down as you guys approach, motioning his arms for you to guys come sit with him. Doing so, you see that he looks unharmed from previous escapades. And he says very nicely, "Please take a seat. Can I interest any of you in tea?"
Yes, please.
What kind of tea is there?
He looks at you, Dredgen, and very calmly says, "I don't really know. They just served it to me."
Sniff it.
It smells of honey.
Smells of honey. I'll take one. I'll take it too.
Okay. You see one of the guards who was playing cards has approached the table and is pouring the people who want some tea. Elias and Oxen take some. Esme does not. Shiro, do you take any? Oh, okay.
I say yes.
He says yes.
Okay.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. I got to go feed the cats. Take a break as we have a conversation with the Baron, which might be the last thing of the session. Who is to say?
I'm not gonna lie, guys. I think I took a nap.
You did.
When?
I was the only, I think I was the only one that noticed. It was during your hell.
Yeah. I
was-
cried real tears.
I got no sleep is catching up. Well, I'm good now. I was all like, I'll just close my eyes and just like listen to the thing, and every time I try to listen to it, all I just did was have dreams of fucking Elden Ring. I was like, I can't do this. Also, like my arms and legs were twitching. I was like, I can't do this.
I
If
cannot.
Elias actually dies, that's Velka's. That's her villain origin story.
That's her villain arc.
Dude, do I turn into a? Do I get my? Do I get a redemption arc since everybody's getting a fucking villain arc?
You can get a redemption arc.
And
What's
it'll
your
be
redemption
you
arc?
versus the rest of the party.
Oh, I plan on going staying villain, full villain, all the way. I am in prison for life for terrorism.
Just because you're a bad guy doesn't mean you're a bad guy.
That's basically Velka's backstory. Like with her family, they're all thieves.
I've actually have like some other stuff in my backstory that I just haven't. I just don't feel like yeah, I just don't feel like he will personally be like, and here's my entire life. Here's my yeah, it's like
a lot
said
of
a lot
information
like
so
last
far.
session though. Yeah, I'll say that he probably gave them about his backstory last session.
It was 2 sessions ago. Last session you didn't
So
really
last
talk.
session. Oh, you're right.
Uh-huh.
2 sessions ago.
Wahaha.
Wahaha.
I think keeping Dredge and Drake as a neutral kind of character in like in mortality, I would say.
We need at least one.
I feel
We need a
like
mortality
I want to
straight
keep him.
Apparently.
Mortality straight man.
I can keep mortality straight man.
No, we're straight men.
A mortality cishet.
I didn't.
Yeah. My name still holds true. It's not trauma, it's called character building. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Be a team player. Wow. Make it work. Mhm. Me being a blatant racist at work and people still finding me funny. It's tough to be a god. Ah! Alright. I'm gonna unmute the stream now. Alright. So here it goes. You guys sit down for some tea with Baron Burntwick. I trust to see that, with all of you present, that your situation with Baron Kandowitz was resolved.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's correct.
He was handled.
Then I would like to formally reach out with a statement of appreciation for the work you've done for the city. Although it might not seem like our goals have always been aligned, especially with my recent addition to the to the cause, but the work here you've done has not gone noticed. Although most people won't ever know truly what you've done.
I think I'd prefer it that way.
Your captain here set up this appointment with me. What is it that you all would wish to talk about? I know we had a myriad of issues that we covered last time, such as Arwen, your father. We searched the prison to see if he was there, and it appears that at one point he was, but after the Purvires, some will say evacuated, but I will put it as blunt, ran away from the city. It appears they took some prisoners with them, one of which being your father. Rest assured, though, you still have my support in this endeavor, and I am hiring some excellent detectives to get on the, he wouldn't say detectives, some excellent gumshoes to, it's a British word, it's what they used to call detectives. Yeah, gumshoe, I love that name so fucking much. No, it's gumshoe, it is the one word, gumshoe. I know. I've hired some excellent gumshoes to figure out where he's been taken, and once we figure that out, we can resolve things. You have my word and honor, which at this point might mean very little to you. But still, I will do my best to secure your father safely.
Can't do it alone.
I couldn't hear you. What did you say?
Well, I can't do it alone.
Of course. It is a...
As much as I would want to.
Of course.
I have another question for you.
Of course.
Sin mentioned a friend of his being a teacher that might know something about the ancient dragons.
Yes.
Are they available? Would you be able to let me know when they are? If not.
Yes. If you, from what I understand, you all will be leaving the city soon. And, should you come back, I will inform you of their whereabouts. Right now, he, kind of closes his eyes, and you can see this wave of disappointment crosses over. She is a, bit eccentric. Her and Sin are soulmates in many ways.
Expect no less.
But besides that, is there anything else I can help with you? Oh, help, with.
DM, were we paid for our killing Canduits? Much as I hate to be the pragmatist in all of this, there is a matter of payment.
Of course. Oxen nudges you, Ashlyn. That will come from the Moonlighter side of things. This was a favor done for Sin.
Understood. My apologies.
The Baron kind of furrows his brow. With that being said, of course, your captain has been more than generous with his with your services, but like I was saying previously, should you wish, if you wish to acquire a residence here in Halfway, I will make it more than easy for you.
It is a gracious offer. I look forward to being in a position where I might accept it.
Of course. This offer, of course, extends to all of you. And, speaking off the record, of course, should you need new aliases, I know some people who might be able to provide you with such. Are there any other matters that we need to discuss?
Not for me.
No.
Mitamashiro. My apologies if my previous statement about accusing you of you being a sage was a bit insensitive. I was reflecting upon some stories I heard in my travels, and it is said that a individual made purely out of stone disappeared, and they were the stones. It was the crystal stage.
We might have more to discuss once my group gets back from Ashuna. Way in the future.
Very well. He seems a bit surprised by that, but he kind of shrugs it off.
Well, I wasn't
Yeah, that's fair.
last night.
Well, that is the case. If there's nothing else more to discuss, I have another meeting to attend to. But I also wish to share with all of you that by the time you return, well, this was within the next couple hours, the city should be a more unified front with from what I'm being told and from what I am doing, the purifiers will be more or less non-existent in the city, on both sides. They seem to be retreating towards the capital. For some, that's good news, but for those who are informed, such as yourselves, this could be deeply troublesome. But for the meantime, we will take our victory in strides, and we will attempt to mend what has been broken for many years. Miss Falka.
Yeah.
I was going to keep this to myself, but since you are here, I will divulge this information to you. A delegate from Theros spoke to me not too long ago.
What is that?
A diplomat.
Okay.
And they were speaking, asking if you were present in the city. I told them
Who's the
no.
diplomat?
It does not matter. I don't speak with such slavers. But they asked for you.
Do you have like a grayish beard?
Dark skin. Old in appearance. Dark like sin.
Okay. You didn't catch the name or anything though?
I'm afraid if I say anything, it might come off as a bit insensitive, but I will try my best. Omari.
You got it.
Well, he was here.
He was just asking if I was in the city. Didn't say why or anything.
No. Like I said, I didn't care for his intentions. I don't speak to slavers.
Okay. 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 Thank you for informing me.
Of course. As for the rest of you, unfortunately, I have no delegates from your circumstances, or from people who have mentioned you. But if you keep making friends and enemies, I'm sure they will show up at my doorstep. And he chuckles.
We apologize beforehand.
That is quite fine. I've dealt with less than spectacular folks due to sin, so. With that being said, please forgive my... He seems to be treading on the line of... He's trying to be politically correct. He's doing his best. Miss Volka, judging by the fact that you knew this delegate, are you from... I almost said the Southern Sands. Wrong fucking everything. From Theros.
Yes, I am.
I only ask you for this because Sin has been pressuring me to do so. He says that I have the silver tongue. I don't know what he means by that. Well, I knew what he means by that, but I don't see it. Do you know a... Oh, goodness me. Sly... Gaiman?
Unfortunately, yes. Close enough. Unfortunately, I do.
Are you acquainted with this gentleman?
Acquainted is... I know who he is. He bothers me sometimes.
Would it be possible for you to, if you ever go back to Theros, set up something so that him and Sin may speak?
I'm sure I could get something for you.
Thank you. Sin would do it himself, but ever since the incident, he doesn't deal with the desert. And then he, like, looks a bit flustered. Not to say that all of Theros, of course, is a desert, or same with anything else south. I am...
How did you become afflicted with that whole thing?
Oh, the aging situation. Funny story. Before I really grew into the Baron role, the protector of the city, I was a bit of an explorer. I used to explore ruins across the plain and other plains. And when I was down in Artalia, I encountered a creature that could bend time. And it appeared that I either upset it or perhaps... No,
You offended the Sphinx?
I could not say if it was a Sphinx. I do not remember much. All I know is that at one point I was in the desert, and another point I was an old man, and then I was a baby. And then that happened over and over again for many years.
Did that just, like... Did it go from, like, 0 to 100, like, real quick? For lack of more appropriate words?
What do you mean?
Or was it, like, a gradual thing? Like, oh, you noticed you were maybe a little bit younger.
No, it was rather fast. It happened over the course of a day.
Okay. That's actually good to know.
I will say, though, the Sphinx made an interesting comment saying that forgive me, I forgot the riddles, given the circumstances, but if I remember something relatively close to it, it was that one day, I would meet someone from a similar circumstance as mine, and that it would be similar, I'm not going to say similar but different, similar, but, it wouldn't be obvious. I don't know what that means. With that being said, if any of you rapidly age and de-age over the course of a day, and if you've spoken to the Sphinx, by any chance are any of you under that same curse as mine, or are we? No. Okay, good. I will. I'm sure they will. I'm sure that we will. I will find them, of course, one day. Well, enough about me. Wait, you said it was a Sphinx? No, I'll bother you later. You are far too busy. Anything else?
Not for me.
Very well. Well, once again, I appreciate all of your cooperation with everything. Mostly putting up with RTM and Sin. I know without me there, they are a bit unhinged, to say the least. Please. They don't appear. They are good people. Oh!
I can-
Before I forget, I was also told to inform, because some of you might have interest in this, and I really wish we didn't have him in my house, the Flameseeker that we had. Doesn't really matter. I don't care about his name. I don't deal with fascists. Two big things about this guy. Doesn't like fascists, doesn't like slavers.
Base.
That's
These are pretty base things to not like, I guess.
especially in fucking medieval times. You kidding me?
It's
hard
pretty
to
good,
come
pretty
by.
progressive.
I was told to to inform you of his situation. He's alive and well, although Artyom wishes differently. And he is residing with the Oromi people. Apparently, according to Artyom, it will teach him lessons, whatever that means.
Straighten them out for us, would you?
I don't think there's enough I could do in the world to change that boy's mind. With that being said, though, we will do our best.
You can be broken once, you can be broken again.
That's volatile coming out of you.
This is the point where I'm supposed to say hurt people, but we all know that's a cliche. And yes, they do in fact hurt people. So I don't plan on hurting them any further. Yes. And then he stands up and kind of straightens his attire and looks at his watch. Pocket watch. Please, do take care of yourselves. And I hope to have a meeting with all of you soon.
Yes, and then Arlen will tap him on the shoulder. Don't let me down.
Them?
Like very certainly.
You're tapping his shoulder and saying that?
Yeah.
Of course. Cool. And he walks away. You can take a deep breath now. I know that Baron is very similar to the other one you were talking to, so this was a pretty intense fight. But you guys walked away unscathed.
Once.
Once. You do hear him shout out to Oxton, though, in common. We worked it out, by the way. The problem you were facing is no more. And Oxton nods, and he continues on his path. Elias lets out a deep breath. By golly, I thought he was going to kill us all. He has the power, you know. Whether or not he has the capabilities, a bit different. Well, kids, I think it's time for you to get the fuck on out of here. Load up on your wagon, go south. You know, get in, get out.
It's never that easy.
It's Winterbank. It's never that easy.
I spoke with Harold, as you know, the lieutenant of Ivar, and she said that they would be meeting you, or they would be intersecting with you at some point. Good luck. They'll find you, I'm sure of it. They have an excellent tracker on their team.
That's good.
Well, let's get
Captain.
you a... sorry, Captain.
I
Yes.
spoke out of line earlier.
Oh,
I'm
no,
sorry.
it is fine. Ashlyn, do not worry about it. You'll be paid, and I understand, given the circumstances of your position previously, where you didn't always have a captain and lieutenant, that you just had to ask for payment, but you'll be reimbursed for your time.
I'm surprised that came out of you, Ashlyn, not Dredgen.
He's not gonna beat the shit out of Volka. I know she's the mart. Yeah, starts beating the shit out of her with a bag of coins. There's your fucking payment! Why is Oxen wearing a wife beater?
Is that a Heineken?
Yeah, your mom's a single dad, just like Oxen, so like... Oxen also fishes. That's canon. It is single dad behavior. Yeah, I'm just a single father with like 100+ children. You know how it goes. I have a lot of graves. Right. So as you guys load up on your cart, go down to Lower Eden and take the ferry across once more. All of you are greeted with the sight of Esme, Oxen, and Elias waving you on as you go into a territory that they are forbidden from. Is there anything else you guys wanted to say to them before you leave, or is this bid thee farewell until we see you in Ashuna?
Yeah, the latter.
Me coming back? Not a werewolf.
Wait, what'd you say?
Here's to me coming back, not a werewolf, hopefully. Velka would hug Elias and Esme before she left.
Do they reciprocate?
They do, although it's awkward. Except for Esme.
For them.
Yeah. Elias, whisper something to you. I'll tell you after the session.
What the fuck did I just say? Arwen would say to Elias, she's in good hands.
I so do not believe any of the words you just said to me.
Well, better start praying then.
Whose hands was she in when she died, Arwen?
Not mine.
Well, hold up now. That's an unfair question.
I was in the cold embrace of fucking
Really, it's
Nick
difficult.
Toast.
It was very dark at the time.
I just don't,
It was in a pocket dimension.
I just don't know what fucking happened. I'm not gonna ask. I don't need to know right now.
Whatever you say, little Fey boy.
Alright, Faye man.
I'm not. Only half!
Man?
Yeah, you're making a lot of assumptions.
Oh.
Chuckles.
Well, I hope to never see any of you again.
We can arrange that.
Turns away, fake crying. And as the ferry, very few people, not you, like the boat ferry, not the arm.
Right, of
ferry.
course.
Yeah. As the ferry,
Thanks for clarifying.
Of course, takes you through the channel again. Elias shouts out, "Oh, one last thing, Shiro, do me a favor. Stick your left pinky in your right ear." The memory that he extracted from you comes flooding back. Get fucked!
You took a memory?
Don't fucking
was
ask
that
about it.
What
Don't fucking ask about it. Just go
No, I'd like to
off
know what
her
it was.
room. She's
What?
all upset right now.
I win, L! I win! Alright. As you can see, Shiro looks confused, and then memories. We'll end the session there.
Oh my god.
Tell everyone you
What was it again?
Sam,
I
I'm gonna
for- I've
tattle on
forgotten.
you.
I will tell you all next session.
Me?
Gotcha.
Yeah, Davis. So you know, during Velka's like vision shit, where Elias was like dying.